20 years of searching, the court of miracles is mine at last.
I mean, this was how iconic Disney villains were, so, like, where did this charm go to? Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Now, with the recent teaser trailer for Disney's Wish, we got to see King Magnifico in his full form and, like, get to understand him a little more. So he's kind of like a villain that wants to take the wishes of everyone to fuel his power and his whatever scheme he has. And looking at the trailer, I was like, wow, once upon a time we used to have good villains like this. All of a sudden we stopped having that, and it started bothering me that why did Disney actually stop making iconic villains? You know, back in right from the beginning with the evil queen Maleficent, you had very terrible villains that they were so iconic that they formed their own kind of, like, how would I put it in English? They form their own kind of like clique. Or you have the good guys that everybody loves, but then you have the iconic villains as well that everybody loves too. So when you think about it, it all bounces back to, you know, this trend of when you do something for so long and then it gets tiring, you take a break and then you come back to it afresh. You know, that's just how the circle of the world goes. We do things and then we get tired of it, we throw it aside. Years later we come back and still redo the same thing. So that's what we're seeing now, because in the 80s, 90s, we had so many iconic villains. I mean, where do I start from? Ursula, Gaston. My favorite in the 90s was George Claude Frollo, because oh my god, I'm sure we're never going to get that type of villain for Disney because he was so dark. I mean, his kind of evil span across different levels. And then fast forward down to the 2010s, Mother Gothel was also a very iconic villain, but then Disney switched to this kind of villain trope where they hide as and pretend to be the good guy, but then in the end they are revealed to be the big bad. We saw it in Frozen, Big Hero 6, Zootopia, and then that got old very quickly. And after that, for some reason, we didn't get any kind of villain again. I mean, when you look at movies like Encanto, Strange World, Moana, Raya and the Last Dragon, like, was there? Can you even classify the antagonists in those films as villains? Namari was even the one that annoyed me the most because they had a good opportunity to make her a villain, but then they did all that thing about her being in love with dragons as well, and then she was remorseful. Like, I don't even know if she was remorseful because she never even said I'm sorry. She was just and then everybody forgave her. I was like, wow, okay, so you just need to come and then maybe shiver a little bit and then all is well. No, because what she did, like, throughout the movie, she seemed like a very perfect villain, but then they just modeled the whole thing and she was just, I don't know, I don't even know what Namari is. I didn't even see Abuela as the villain in Encanto because we're dealing with family dynamics, and if you're in a family, definitely sometimes this person feels like the bad guy, sometimes this one feels like the bad guy, but in the end all we're doing is because we all love each other. Yes, you have abusive family members, and yes, the whole pressure she put on the family members, she didn't do all that because yes, I'm the villain and then I want to do this. No, it was because she actually had love for her family, but then she took that love to a whole nother level that it became very abusive. So in my opinion, I can't even categorize Abuela as a villain in that story. Same thing with Moana. We had Tekka and we're like, oh, a monster villain, but then it was revealed to be Tefiti, so like no villain at all. So for the past 5-6 years or so, Disney has been playing around with their villains in their movies, and I'm glad to see that for this Wish, we're having Chris Pine bring to life a Disney villain that is actually sinister, that has an evil plan. And this is me hoping that Disney does not fumble with this and then maybe tell us that, oh, he's doing this because of this. No, give us an actual villain that is doing what they are doing because that is what they want to do. Let them be the iconic villain and not the villain turned good guy or villain that with a good guy intention. No, like, don't give us that anymore. And the reason why I'm positive that King Magnifico is actually going to be an iconic villain is because Disney said that with this movie Wish, they are revisiting their old tropes of fairy tale, wishing upon a star, great music, and of course, a very key component of all-time Disney movies was their iconic villains. So hopefully this movie delivers on that aspect, and let's have King Magnifico rank among the likes of Ursula, George Claude Frollo, Hades and all that. And that will be very fun to see. So that is all for today's video. Share your thoughts down in the comment section below. Please like, share and subscribe. Check out more of my videos and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.